People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
All right, well, this week it's just Natalie and I. Not that that's a bad thing, but no guest today, just Natalie and I.
Yeah.
We had a couple guests lined up, and both of them fell through. And this is what happens when it's Magic week, when you're supposed to have a magic guest, and it looks like the world's opening back up, so people are busy.
Yeah.
Which is
a good thing.
Which I can't be mad at my friends. They said, can't do it. And
then we're busy too, so we're squeezing this between a couple things in our schedule. Got this until this time, and then I have to do this at this time, so we can fit this in right here, right there, at that certain time.
So I think we're going to have to start recording like 3 at a time.
Oh, gosh.
I think so.
How are we going to find time in the day to do that? We don't have...
Well, we'll just do...
I don't know.
I think we're going to have to record a month worth in a day.
I think that's a bad idea.
That way it's a day.
I think that's a bad idea because you're going to be burnt out by the 4th one.
When I'm trying to book somebody 4 weeks out and I'm saying, okay, well, it airs on Wednesday, so I need to record sometime between Wednesday and the following Wednesday. And they're like, okay, what day? I don't know. I might book shows between now and then. So I'll get back to you. That's how I start. Because I don't know. I don't want to tell them. I say, I'll get back to you when we get closer.
Well...
Because we're getting shows. I mean, I have every Monday during the day booked now. Every Wednesday during the day booked now. Teaching classes at these schools. Which is great. And the money's great. Everything's great about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tuesdays, I'm taking the babysitter to 2 hours south.
But now it's only every other Tuesday.
Oh, that makes it so much better. It's better, but... Today I left the house at 12. And now it's 6:55 at night, and I've been home for 5 minutes.
But that's not only allergist. You went into town and got stuff and everything else. You made more stops.
I did 2 stops.
You can't say you normally get home earlier than this.
Yeah, I usually get home at 6:30.
No, you don't. You get home around like 5 or a little before.
It's a long day. The whole day's shot when I do that.
And that's because you guys go to Walmart after she's done with her.
Anyway.
Shot. If you just went and came home, you'd be back.
Anyway, so that's Mondays, Tuesdays. I mean, we've done podcasts Tuesday nights. After taking her to the allergist.
Yes.
Wednesday
We've
nights
done it Wednesday
is
nights
later.
Coming home.
Yeah,
you could
after
do it
that
Monday
gig.
nights when you come home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We just gotta figure it out. Anyway.
We will.
So that's what happened today. We had somebody plan. They were like, "Oh man, I'm busy promoting my show for this weekend. Let's do it Monday or Tuesday." And then we were out of state over the weekend, and I was texting my friends, and one of them said, "I ended up being out of the country, so I'm out of the country." And the other guy said, "Remember I said I could talk Monday or Tuesday? It's not going to work." So here we are.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing.
It happens. This doesn't happen a lot, but it happens every once in a while, and it's just life. You got to roll with it.
Well, the last time it was just Natalie and I was kind of going through the blues. If you guys remember, I was saying that shows weren't coming back. We were just so slow. I just want to work. COVID stuff, all that. And I was having the blues. It was like 20, 30 degrees every single day. It was getting dark at 5 o'clock. I couldn't get outside. If I'm at home, I like to feed the animals and take care of my animals and go out there and hang out with the chickens and muck the stalls and do that. That's like Natalie says, my meditation time. I can just think about life and go out there and everything goes away. You're taking care of the animals. It's just something different. I don't know. It's your me time. And I walk the trails and I hike the trails and shoot, it's nothing for me to do 13 miles a day, not working out. Just going to our little gun range that we have, going to the chicken coop, going to feed the animals, taking scraps from dinner to the animals, going to check the mail, because we got 5 acres here and you walk it back and forth and zigzag up and down the stairs all day and going to the tree house and then going here and then walking here and taking,
Yeah.
Taking scrap wood to the fire pit. It's nothing to do
It
13
all
miles a
adds
day.
up.
But when I'm trapped at home,
You don't feel like it. And it's freezing cold outside.
I don't want to go outside. It's cold, and I don't want to work out. It's cold. It's just it was awful. But anyway, as soon as that episode aired, like we recorded that on a Tuesday. On that Wednesday, Natalie had like I won't say a record breaking day, but she booked like 16 shows in one day.
Yeah, it's like the best day in the office we've had since COVID happened. And
She booked 16 shows in one day. And it was like, you know, we had to put it out there that we need this, and we got it. It came right back to us. And it was like, wow. So Natalie and I were like, all right, well, it's back on. Business isn't 100% back on, but it's starting to feel like it. Shows.
booking a lot more shows, which is a good sign.
Every day you're booking shows or getting inquiries,
Yes.
which for a while it would go 3, 4, 7, 14 days without
Right.
an inquiry.
Yes.
And that was
Yeah.
very rare. So, yeah. And with me hurting my foot last year, I wasn't able to work out like I wanted to. I, gained a bunch of weight. Natalie with the twins.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't lose the
Had
weight.
a hard time losing the weight.
And then
yeah.
we both were kind of depressed because we didn't have work. We didn't have shows. Life
Just
wasn't
home
normal.
all the time. Yeah, we were home all the time. And people will say, well, go out and do something. Well, how? Because you don't have any money coming in.
Right.
Let's not go do extra stuff because who knows how much longer this is going to last. We got to save what we have to last us, So we weren't going anywhere. We weren't doing any, anything that costs extra money really much. And except for, celebrating kids' birthdays because you can't.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to. You can't let this get to Lana and everything. So that was, so you're just stuck.
And luckily we had savings.
Yes.
Luckily.
Yes.
So, luckily we haven't gone into debt over this whole pandemic thing, the whole
Right.
craziness.
Right.
Whereas I have magician friends and people that have more TV credits than me, that have shows in Las Vegas, that had to get real jobs during the day. And it's like, whoa.
Right.
We didn't have to do that. So, I wonder if that's on the microphone.
I don't
My
know.
belly just did a crazy gurgle. Anyway, yeah, so we are super blessed in that. And some of the things I said about the pandemic was, I won Fool Us,
Right.
in March, right when it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So the
and then
pandemic kept me quiet. I didn't tell anybody that I won.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'd have had 400 shows that year,
I would have been going, shut up, Wes. Shut up, Wes.
I might
No,
have had
Wes.
I might have had a couple slip-ups, but
No.
I didn't.
But the bad thing, though, is that it aired during the pandemic, and now it's 2 years old, and now things are coming out.
Opening
It's
back
like,
up. Yeah, it's like old news.
and
You
people
tell
are like,
people you
yeah,
won.
that happened 2 years ago. Yeah, but nothing's happened in 2 years. So it's like, so can we just pretend it happened yesterday and go with it? So,
It's pretty amazing.
yeah.
It's pretty awesome. But what else?
Well, we're finally going to be back at Massanutten this year.
Massanutten Resort. So let me tell you the story about Massanutten Resort. I don't even know where to start. All right, so 2003, I lost my dad in March. May? I think it was middle of May, late May. I got a call and they wanted me to go up there and audition. And the way they had me audition for this family show at this resort was to go to their daycare center that they had for the timeshare people that could go to the gym and things. And I had to do a show in front of like 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds and all the executives of Massanutten sat there with their arms crossed. I mean, I couldn't get helpers to come up and help me on stage. I guess they were just seeing that I could do magic. I don't know. It was like the worst audition you could have. And I got the job. But one thing I remember when I got there, my dad had just died. And when I got to the guard gate, I had never been there by myself. I'd always been riding with somebody else. So that's the first time I drove up that mountain by myself. I got to the guard gate, and the song that played at my dad's funeral was on the radio, country song. And it just hit me as I turned into the mountain when I was climbing up the hill. Stop at the guard gate, and I'm like, I'm here to go to the clubhouse to audition. I'm a magician. And that probably wasn't a good, but it's just the guard gate. Who cares? And I got the gig. So that was 2003. And I've been working there ever since 2003.
Through 2019.
Cut to 2020. They couldn't have us because of COVID. Okay,
Right.
well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
2021, we can't have you because we don't have any employees to run the event at the resort. They have...
They couldn't keep enough people working in order to have people come be able to help us run the show in the door.
Because they charge a few dollars to get in the door. And then they have to, you know... We've had people fight inside the place, so they have to be kind of security and make sure stuff doesn't get trashed in the place.
Yeah.
Even though it's a daytime show at 2 p.m., people are on vacation. Weird stuff happens.
I know.
They just drink. I don't know. So
They're
you
on
have
vacation.
to have somebody police it. So we've even offered. We're like, you know, we can run the whole show by ourselves. Just open the doors. We will do everything. And they're like, no, we can't. Maybe it's a security thing. Maybe it's a
Probably
insurance issue.
Yeah.
But couldn't do it in 2021. So 2022, we're back, baby.
Woohoo!
And I was talking to our babysitter, Willow. I had to take her to the allergist today. And I told her, you know, it's going to be cool being back. I said, but for us, I want to create new stuff. I want to do new magic. And then I said, but on the other hand, people haven't seen us in 3 years up there.
Right.
If we do the old stuff,
It'll be like new to them.
it'll be new to them.
Yeah.
So is that lazy?
No.
Or I don't, you know what I mean?
I don't think so.
We
You're
just
getting
did.
back out and doing shows, and so you just do what you're used to doing, and then, you know, go back next year and have new stuff.
But we just did the Hyatt Regency Resort in Cambridge, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And they put out as many chairs as they expected. And I had to call the boss right before the show. Hey, we need more chairs. He brought more chairs. Well, in the middle of
Still
the show,
wasn't enough.
in the middle of the show, people were still standing room only in the place. And at the beginning of the show, I said, you know, how many of you guys have never seen me before? There was only a family of 3 among 500 people in that room that said they'd seen me before. So that was 100% new crowd. 99.9% new crowd.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
why do new stuff? You know?
For
Us.
us. Yeah.
And to get reps of new stuff under our belt so that we can pull and... That's one thing I like to do. I like to go back and, you know, remember that trick we used to do? Let's put that in the show. And we'll probably do more of that this year. But there's been some stuff we haven't been able to do just because of COVID. Like, what is it? The pulling the coins out from the kids' ears. The Miser's Dream. I couldn't get a kid on stage.
Yeah.
And
Lana's had to be your volunteer quite a lot this year.
yeah, but I still didn't do that trick with Lana. I
No,
could have done that with Lana.
no.
But I...
Well, because you... Yeah, I guess so.
And her reaction, I mean, she's 10. But
Right.
even with the rope trick, her reaction isn't genuine, if you know what I
Right.
mean.
Yeah.
It's I've seen
She
it
doesn't
before,
have her
but
acting down.
I've seen it before, but I'm trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
But God bless her, she is doing really hard. She's
She
a
is.
good trooper.
Mm-hmm.
At that resort show this weekend, we were filming in the back of the room, and Natalie has so much to do. She's working the sound, and she's keeping everything together. And I said, you know, Lana, can you take pictures during the show? I'd love to. And she took some really good pictures.
Yeah.
The problem is she's not in any photos this time. But
Right.
usually it's Natalie not in any photos.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a give and take there.
Mm-hmm.
But she did really good.
She did.
There's one of us after we did the metamorphosis that
I like
I
it
think
a
it's
lot.
going to be the thumbnail for this episode.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I
So-
like that picture. That's a good picture. She did good. She's a good little photographer when she wants to be.
But was it during the pandemic I hurt my foot? Yeah. It was during the pandemic I
It was
hurt my
last
foot.
May, the day before our anniversary.
I feel like I'm all over the place, but I want to get to a couple things. But it's still not 100%. Like, it still hurts going down the stairs in the morning, but I'm trying to use 2 feet because I was going downstairs left foot first, then pulling my right foot behind me and kind of limping down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
And then I got sciatica where my daggone toe went to sleep on my good foot, and the nerve went all the way up my back. So I'm trying to use both legs and trying to do that. And I've been walking and been jogging on the trails and working out, and 5 to 7 miles a day for the past week. Where you've been working out, how long now? You've been on your health kick for
a month.
A month exactly.
A month, yep.
And we're both moving. We're both. It helps when we're both on a. I don't want to say a health kick, because now it's just we gotta
trying
be
to
this
be
way.
healthy. No,
Yeah.
it's better when you're both trying to be healthy. It's hard if you're trying to be healthy and the other person is pulling out chips and ice cream and stuff. That makes it hard.
Well, like men gain weight when women are pregnant.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So, anyway, we've had fitness instructors on here. We have. What is it? The help me, my friend Jess from Virginia Beach, keto. She was a ketosis expert.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
And we've had just fitness trainers. We've had all kinds of different people on here. But now I'm sitting on a couch with a fitness coach, fitness expert.
Health coach.
I never thought you'd be that.
Me neither. I'm just as surprised as anybody else.
but after 1 month of doing this,
right.
She's doing this new thing,
mm-hmm.
new to her.
Yes.
You have been researching and reading and studying like a college kid. It's not like not like me saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go work out at the gym," and I go put my hour and a half in and come home.
Yeah.
I didn't do any research. I just did bicep curls and preacher curls and did some abs, ran on the treadmill, and came home. You're actually living the lifestyle, learning the lifestyle, doing the lifestyle.
Thanks.
And now
honey.
helping other people with the lifestyle. But, I mean...
I'm trying. Yeah.
For the past 3 weeks, you've had a notebook in your hand studying.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to learn so that it sticks. I've lost 19 and a half pounds in a month. And I'm happy. It makes life easier. I feel I'm still tired from sleep deprivation from boys, but I feel like I have a bit more energy, and I'm not napping as much as I was, taking afternoon naps and all. And I'm eating healthier, and it's actually working, actually losing the weight, and it's exciting. And so it's working, and so I want to watch the videos that they have out, and I want to learn more so that I can keep it going and maintain it once I get to where I want to be. And then I was just kind of offered, you're doing real well. Here's what being a coach entails. Would you like to do it? Because they told me they thought I'd be good at it, and I'm like, sure. And, it's one of those things where it's not me telling people what to do. It's me guiding them along their own health journey. They're completely in control. So if they want to stick to it, they stick to it. If they don't, they don't. And it is what it is. But the thing I like about this is it's so flippin' easy. I mean, it's all planned out. It's so easy. All my other ones, it's like, okay, here's the plan. Now go do it. Just do it. And it's like, it's overwhelming.
And you're not craving pizza, and you're not feeling like you're missing out on anything.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me trying to explain it to other people that Natalie's now a coach, they're thinking, oh, this is like a get-rich-quick scheme for her. But it's not at all. And on the other hand, it's really beneficial to her to coach because it ingrains her. People ask questions. She learns more. She gets deeper in the system, and it helps her on her journey.
And it keeps me accountable, too. Because what am I going to go do? Just stop doing this health journey when I'm helping other people along the way? So Yeah, no, it helps keep me accountable, and I think it's really awesome that I get to introduce it to people so that they can feel as excited as I do when I step on the scale. I've never been excited when I step on the scale before, and it's awesome. So, anyway,
Well,
yeah,
I've gotten so bad. I mean, I didn't have twins, but I have a $5,000 illusion that I don't fit in.
yeah,
But that's not cool. That's like having a car you can't drive because
right.
you're too heavy set.
You
That's
don't
not
fit
good.
in it. Right, yeah.
I mean, I'm 20 pounds away from that trick.
But you're doing
I'm 20
good.
pounds away from that trick, Natalie.
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it,
No,
honey.
I can do it, yes, but I haven't done it. I was watching video. I sent a video to Golden Media Syndication for our television show that's now in syndication. And the video this week was about mom dying. And, I did that trick in that theater. And I'm like, I missed that. Man, we did it so often and I don't fit in it. It's sad.
Yeah, I do
So-
like that illusion.
We got to get it back. We'll get it back.
Yeah, we will.
But,
You're doing good too. You've cut back on what you're eating, and you're getting out and walking more and doing you. So that's good.
well, I mean, when I see you,
Am I motivating?
I don't
you, honey?
want to say planning your meals because everything's planned for you on that system. So everything's done for you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say planning your meals, but now we're both on a health regimen together. We're finally both on the same page. When I was trying Atkins and I was trying to get you to do it, you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it just didn't seem.
When I was
fun.
on Weight Watchers or an extreme calorie cut diet, you didn't want to do it.
Too much. That's what I'm saying. This is really easy. Whereas that was just like.
But see, I learned that from Jess. I'm an all or nothing person.
Yeah. Right. You are.
So if I see you sticking with it,
Mm-hmm.
then because you're like, all right, we're having pizza tonight. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I have to have a piece. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. And then I end up eating a half a pizza on the way home because I'm tired. I'm trying to stay awake in the car. Now we have an RV.
Mm-hmm.
We're traveling. We have our healthy snacks in the car.
Yes.
We have a potty in the car.
Yes.
We can
it's so
chug
nice.
sodas. We can drink
Waters and-
waters.
Yeah.
I can drink as much water as I want because I have a bathroom in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I was joking with you that on the way to Hyatt that I was going to get my 10,000 steps just walking back and forth to the bathroom in the RV.
But the thing is, the thing is, I've been dehydrated so much during the summers because we load in, load out, and I'm afraid to. I drink when I do a liquid trick in the show,
Yeah.
but I can't drink that much because we don't have time to stop.
Right.
We have 5 shows in a day.
Uh-huh.
I gotta go, 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 go.
Uh-huh. Yes,
so I've gotten
exactly.
dehydrated a lot during the summers.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that now.
I got a potty that I bring with me.
I know, it's awesome.
God bless that RV. We are so thankful. So the RV this week. Well, let's talk about the RV. We did a show for that Zoom thing on February 11th.
Yes.
And the RV had a different type of plug-in from my trailer than my van had for my trailer. If you guys are manly men that know what I'm talking about, equipment savvy women out there, it was a 4-pronged circle to a 4-pronged flat. I had no idea what that meant until I went out there looking at it. And I went to Tractor Supply, I went to Walmart, I went to...
We ordered on Amazon, 2 of them on Amazon.
But I still went to Fisher Auto Parts, I went to...
The RV place.
The RV place. Nobody had it. We found it on Amazon.
But
I got
still
it.
wasn't right.
It didn't fit.
Yep.
So it had a plastic coating over it that has to go into a female section to make the prongs fit. And the plastic coating was so fat it wouldn't fit into the female thing. So I called an electrician buddy of mine and I'm like, hey, look, if I sand down that plastic coating on the outside, and I sent him pictures, I said, is that a bad thing? Well, as long as you don't hit the metal, you're okay. Oh, there's a lot of plastic here. I can sand it down. I sanded it down. I got it to fit in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
I plugged it in, and I blew all of our running lights.
Yep, on the RV.
So...
And
I had headlights.
Blew the running lights on the RV, and nothing would light up on the trailer either.
Right. So I had headlights, I had blinkers, and I had brake lights. But going down the highway at nighttime with my lights on, I had no running lights. So you didn't see the RV in front of you.
Right.
Until I hit the brake.
Right.
So we had to go to a show illegally. We just
Thank God we made it.
We didn't have a choice. I had to do
During
this
the
illusion
day,
show.
It was fine.
Well, because I had brake lights, right?
Yeah.
So we made the choice to do it, and it was illegal. We know it was. We didn't get pulled over, thank God. Nobody got hurt, thank God.
I drove
but
behind
Natalie
you.
drove behind me with her hazards on the way home that night, and I had my hazards on. Did my hazards blink in the back?
On the RV.
It didn't blink on the trailer.
No.
Oh, because nothing worked on the trailer.
trailer.
That's right.
Right.
So we ended up still taking 2 cars to a daggone show. And like I said, getting there to the show was no problem because during the day you don't need those running lights. But at nighttime you really do.
Right.
And the show was 45 minutes from here. We did the show. Everything was good. Drove home with the blinkers. Or the
emergency.
And you followed me. Everything was good.
Yeah.
Our next door neighbor, I don't know, what do you call him? A tinkerer?
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, he builds his own old-timey cars and does all kinds of stuff. And, jack of all trades. And he got a 4-flat to a 4-flat and cut my circle prong off and rewired my RV. And I plugged it into my trailer. Everything was great. And where it had blown was just a fuse. I had fuses. I couldn't find which one had blown. He had some kind of checker. He checked it, plugged it in. He called and said, "How was it?" I said, "Dude, we were lit up like a Christmas tree to the Hyatt Regency Resort."
It was nice.
It felt so good.
And I didn't have to drive behind you this time. I was actually able to ride in the RV. Thank goodness, because otherwise we would have been making 2 bajillion potty stops.
Well, and it's a 5-hour trip. It's supposed to be.
It's supposedly it's supposed to be like 3 hours and 40 minutes or something, but it never takes that long.
We always hit traffic.
It always takes at least 5 to 6 hours to get there. But you're going through Northern Virginia, you're going through D.C., you're going through
Baltimore.
Right, yep. So it's all these heavily trafficked areas, and then you're going over that big bridge, the Bay Bridge, as well.
Well, they got rid of the toll booth section now, though. That's good.
Yeah. But...
What do you mean?
No, that is good. That used to be a lot of traffic.
They used to stop us, and then people wouldn't let me merge.
It still has Easy Pass. I mean, you're still paying.
Yeah, but people wouldn't let me merge.
Right.
With the trailer.
Yeah. It's
that
not manual. You don't manually pay anymore, so that's quicker. But it still can be a little trafficy there. But it's just it always takes like this time we left at 11 o'clock and you were doing close-up magic the first night from 6 to 8, so we wanted to get there and we were thinking, okay, let's leave at 11 so that we can probably be there around 3:30. We didn't get there till 4:30. So we just went, we wanted to go by Walmart and get a few things, but we ended up doing that afterwards because you wanted to check up and change and get all your walk-around magic together. So yeah, it was, once again, even though we left early, it still didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked. We got there. We were on time. Our plans to go to Walmart first didn't work. So, yeah, it's one of those things.
And every time, I mean, it's 3.5 hours. Do you really want to get to the hotel 4 hours early? But I guess maybe that's what we need to do. We need to start leaving at 7 a.m.
Oh, Lord,
and then we just get there and just take your time. Well, you can sleep in the RV. The kids can sleep in the RV.
The kids can sleep in the RV.
You can't sleep in the RV? You don't trust my driving?
Well, I mean, Lana and Willow are there at the table. The boys take up the bench. I'm not going to sleep over top of you driving. Well, I don't think that's safe.
I offered that to you last time.
I know. I said, no, thank you. I don't think that's safe.
But
and yeah, so I just have to sleep in the front seat, I suppose.
But
because the bed is all covered with magic, so you can't do that.
This was the first time we went to Hyatt in the RV where there wasn't something wrong with the RV. Because last time it was like shaking, we had a belt issue, something. And we were scared. We were scared.
We were fine on New Year's
I was scared.
Eve. That was Thanksgiving.
We didn't take them to New Year's because I was only doing close-up. We didn't take the RV.
We took the RV. We didn't take the trailer.
No, New Year's.
Yes, on
We
New
changed our
Year's, because
mind.
Casey came with us and everything.
I'm confused. I don't know.
We changed our mind for Christmas. We all smushed into one car or something.
I
for
think it
Christmas.
was. I don't know. I don't know.
We took the RV for New Year's because we brought Casey with us, but it was Thanksgiving. We couldn't bring the trailer.
This seemed to me like
'Cause
the
we
first
didn't have
time
the
where
plug-in.
I was just 100% confident that RV was actually. Whenever I buy a vehicle, I have my mechanic friend check it out. This time we bought this RV, and we just had to buy this RV. We looked at it, we checked it out, we drove it, we test drove it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to us. The guy showed us all the paperwork. He just got new tires. We just got a new transmission. It just got all this work done. He was going to go travel the world with his wife.
Yeah, and he had all the receipts too to
Right.
prove it. It's not like he was just feeding us nonsense. He had records of all of it.
But then everything just fell apart. I guess it was Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. We still didn't have all the power stuff because we didn't get that done. That's what it was then.
Yeah. Well, by New Year's it was fixed, but for Thanksgiving it wasn't.
Okay.
But we took it on Thanksgiving. We just couldn't take the trailer because we didn't have to plug in.
It just felt like it was.
So anyway.
It felt like I was driving my RV is now good to go. I feel confident. I don't feel like I'm going to break down. I was white knuckling it. Natalie said she was fine last time, but I was scared last time.
Maybe the RV, yeah, because we had it in the shop in January.
Right.
So maybe it wasn't fixed up by New Year's.
See?
But we were driving it. We drove it there.
This is the first time I've driven there where I wasn't scared.
Right.
And it felt great.
Good. I'm glad.
It did. The only thing it's missing is to get lettered.
Yes.
And we're trying to figure that out right now.
Yes.
We got to get it lettered. Man, we got to get it done. I'm afraid we're going to wait too late and it's going to be the whole summer. We can't give it for a week to get done. So.
Well, then you need to make some inquiries
I know.
so we can drop it off.
I need to get it done.
And it might just be that we have to take 2 cars again for a couple shows, which sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But the show this weekend, everything up there was great.
Yep.
They had signs that said masks, but I think that was kind of like Walmart. If you've been vaccinated,
they said recommended.
Yeah.
They said recommended. They didn't say required.
So I would say 10%, 8%, 5% of the people had masks.
Yeah,
All the employees of the place had masks.
Yeah, I think they're.
Yeah.
I think the employees are required to wear masks.
Entertainers didn't have to wear masks.
Nope.
And the audience was back to normal.
It was nice.
I was able to do close-up magic. Nobody was pulling away from me.
People weren't spaced out, so they felt alienated from other people. It was,
It was great. It felt back to normal.
It did.
And close-up was awesome. And then the show was great. The turnout was awesome. One of the things I offer at resorts is that I can teach magic classes afterwards. And you never know with that resort, because we don't ask people ahead of time. Sometimes you might get, I think the smallest we've ever had was like 8 people show up.
Yeah.
But you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, because it's not pre-sign up. You just show up and
we had 17 people show up this time for the magic class.
Yep.
And that's an hour-long class at the end of the show. And it was great. People loved it. People loved the show. People bought souvenirs, Magic Man hats and T-shirts and magic wands and magic kits. Do we have any kits left?
No.
We sold out of kits.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. I need to order them.
We're pretty much sold out of wands, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we need to place a magic order.
And we're sold out of vanishing decks.
Yeah, that's a good trick. But yeah, I mean, it was a great weekend.
It was. It was a really good weekend.
But.
Except for one thing.
But Hyatt Regency's kind of cursed with my family.
With our children.
Go ahead, Nat.
Our children, for some reason, did not like to sleep at Hyatt Regency. And it goes back, way back when, to when Lana was, 18 months or so. And she stayed up all night long. All night long.
Do you think that was teething back then?
There was no rhyme or reason for it. She was just awake. I don't know. I don't know what it was. She didn't seem like... She wasn't crying and screaming. She was just awake. and she wouldn't go to sleep. And so, and just up all night with her. All night long. And then,
and that was the hotel was overbooked, and they sent us across the street.
Yeah.
To the other hotel that's across the street from the resort.
Yeah, it's like a Holiday Inn or something.
And you left the room because you felt bad for me and the babysitter in there.
Yeah, I did. So I went down to the lobby.
And that was the old babysitter, the Jessica.
Yeah. I felt bad for her. That was a rough night. Because I tried for a while in the room to get her settled, and it didn't work. So then I left. And Lana was just wired, and I don't know why. And some lady came down when the breakfast thing opens, the continental breakfast they have down there. And she was like, this is why I don't give my children sugar. And I think I might have given her a death glare because she just kind of turned around and went about her business. I didn't say anything, but I was thinking, lady, no. That is not what you say to a mom that has been up all night long. You are asking for it, lady. Don't. It's just not cool.
And the other thing is, I mean,
she didn't have a bunch of sugar. She was wrong. It's just one of those nights where your child is not sleeping. It happens.
Well,
it sucks, but it happens.
Make sure we get back to that. But there was another thing where we were parked outside because we have to leave the car running for the animals in the wintertime and the summer. Mm-hmm. We'll leave the heat on for them in the winter and leave the air conditioner on for them in the summer. Mm-hmm. And Lana was about that age, and she didn't have a jacket on. And we were parked in the first spot outside the restaurant. And we opened the door to that restaurant, and they said, it's awful when parents...
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay, so your child, it is illegal to strap your child into a car seat with a heavy jacket on. It's illegal. You're not supposed to do it.
I don't know if it's illegal, but it's hard.
No, you're not supposed to. No, your child is not safe in a car seat if they have a heavy jacket on with the seatbelt on.
It's also, you can't do it because it's so tight fit. You can't get them in there like
you can make the seatbelt bigger. You can do it. But you're not supposed to. It's against the rules. Maybe it's not illegal, but it's not safe. I know this. So you take the jacket off when you get the kid to the car. Then you have to wrestle the kid into the jacket for a 2-foot walk into the restaurant just to take the jacket off again? No. Just carry her close to you. I didn't have a jacket on either. I'm just running 2 feet into a restaurant.
And then we're running 2 feet back to a car that's already warm.
Right. And this lady comes out and she goes, ooh, that child needs a jacket. And I just looked at her and said, We're 2 feet from the entrance. She's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And I didn't
know you said something to her.
I said something to her. Yeah, I did, because then I got reprimanded by you. You said, shh, we're in the magic van. I'm like, I don't care. That's rude. I mean, come on.
But that lady that you were up all night long and she said that.
That's just rude, too.
The stressful thing is, you're thinking the whole time, we have a big show tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
We have a lot to load in.
Yep.
These aren't easy load-in shows.
No.
This is like Mass and Upton.
It's physical, and it's tiring.
So, this weekend at Hyatt Regency, I have a Fitbit on my ankle. My friends make fun of me in the summertime because I'm wearing shorts and flip-flops and I have a Fitbit on my ankle.
It looks like you're on house arrest.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he likes his trails. He's not allowed to leave the house. He's on house arrest. But I'm allergic to the metal that's on those things, and I'd rather have a heat rash or a boo-boo on my ankle than I would on my wrist. Or when I'm doing magic, people think I'm sliding coins under my watch, or I just don't want it on my hands.
Anyway, at Hyatt with your Fitbit,
we stayed at the hotel all day long because we went to Walmart the night before and got breakfast for everybody.
And lunches for everybody.
And lunches, so we wouldn't have to leave. Because pulling the RV and the trailer, it's possible, but it's harder to go to fast food for everybody. Or it's harder to go to a set-down restaurant for everybody. You have to park a country mile away.
Yeah.
But I think Mon said I did 10 miles that day. Mm-hmm. Just loading. What did yours say?
I don't remember, but I definitely did well over my 10,000 steps for the day.
It was like 10 miles I walked, and you got to think, I was in the car for 6 hours that day.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and so when
You
you're
have to
up,
go from the loading dock, through the whole warehouse, down the whole hallway of, you turn right, and then you go down that hallway of all the banquet rooms, and they put us in the last banquet room down that row.
Yeah.
And it's trip by trip by trip. And it probably took us 6 trips. Well,
Probably.
with inventory, with illusions is a trip by itself.
Regular show, sound system,
And then
classes.
yeah, that's all different trips. And then you also got the TV and the projector.
Right, yeah.
So that's a trip. I mean,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's totally worth it because it's a really fun show, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of physical work. And so when your child is not sleeping the night before, it's kind of like,
You're thinking about that.
for me, what I end up doing is, okay, it's 1 a.m. I have, 8 hours to have to get up because we usually get up like around 9. And it's like, okay, I have 8 hours to have to get up. All right, that'd be fine. If you can go to sleep here soon. And then I'm just counting down. Okay, it's 2 o'clock, 7 hours, 3 o'clock. I only have 6 hours. And by 5 o'clock, I'm like, oh, gosh, I'm not getting any sleep. I just, and, at that point I'd given up and I was exhausted. And then this lady says what she says and it's not cool. So if you see a mom out there somewhere and she's having a hard time in a hotel and she's up in the lobby with her child because she's trying to let one of the two get rest so he can drive home the next night without falling asleep at the wheel, maybe just say, hey, I've been there. It's okay. It gets better. Instead of,
this too shall
that's
pass.
why, right. Instead of, that's why I don't feed my children sugar. Like, lady, come on. That's no. That's a no-no.
But this time Willow. So that girl that was with us when Lana was a baby, I don't know if she's ever gonna have kids. She was like 17 years old.
Yeah, poor thing.
And she said that she didn't sleep the whole night.
Yeah. Well, until I left.
She said that she laid there like a.
She was trying to be
stiff.
real still so that she didn't.
She said she didn't want to
I'm so
move.
sorry.
She didn't want to move because she didn't want to wake the baby up or bother the baby. Because Lana
Yeah.
would have still moments,
Yeah,
but it was like,
not very long.
yeah, it lasted 2 minutes.
And now, with the boys, we finally have Lana where she sleeps through the night. Hallelujah! Praise the Lord.
Sometimes her toe hurts.
Oh, well, yeah. But the boys, okay, every single time we've gone to Hyatt, one of them doesn't sleep. So when we were there for Thanksgiving and for New Year's, I literally was sitting up in bed sleeping because Lex would not go to sleep. And I was holding Lex and he was just sort of alligator rolling in my lap and he would finally go to sleep. And I tried to lay down. I tried to move him so I could lay down, but then he'd wake up and start wailing and we'd start the whole process again. So finally I gave up. I just stayed in a seated position and slept sitting up, which sucks. This time it was Julian's turn. Pretty sure he is teething. He is teething hard because that boy is drooling. I mean, just rivers of drool, the poor guy. So he just wanted to sleep. Lex slept like a champ. He slept through the night, not a peep. Julian was just fussing and cranky and then just started screaming and wouldn't stop. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I took him into the bathroom and I just sat next to the tub. And he sat in my lap for a little bit and then he just decided to explore and just started walking back and forth in the bathroom, picking up the extra, the wrapped roll toilet paper,
yeah.
looking at that. Looking at the different things. I don't know, the texture of the wall was different, so he was rubbing his butt on that.
But she left me in there with the other kid. But here's the thing.
But he slept.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Lana and Willow were in one bed.
Yes.
And me, you, and the boys were in the other.
Yes.
And the resort's awesome. They give us 2 big king-size, queen-size beds, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Willow gets up and she's like,
She just knocks on the door. She's like, can I come in? I say, yeah. I said, do you need me to leave so you can use the bathroom? She says, no, I'm just wide awake. Like, I'm not tired at all. I can't sleep. I was like, oh, okay, well, join the party. So she sat down with us and kept us company. And she was like, seriously, I'm totally awake. If you want to go to bed, I'll sit in here with him while he just runs around. And I was like, I don't want to do that to you. She's like, oh, whatever. And like 10 minutes later, I was like, are you sure? Because I'm exhausted at this point. It's like 4:15 in the morning at this rate, and I haven't slept at all. And I look at her, I'm like, are you sure? Are you positive? Because I don't want you in here exhausted just because you feel bad for me and you're staying up. If you're tired, you go to bed. Because, you know, my kid, my responsibility, you're off the clock. You don't need to work right now. She's like, no, I am totally wide awake. I was like, all right, I'm going to take you up on it. The second you get tired, you come get me and I take over. And I said, if he falls asleep, just bring him to me. And that's what she did. He ended up falling asleep. And so she just brought him to me and laid him down, and he slept next to me the rest of the night. He woke up a couple times screaming, but I got him back to sleep within like 5-10 minutes at least. Thank God those times.
But how many hours sleep did you get that night?
I got 4.
So I went to bed.
And about an hour and a half was thanks to Willow, because she had.
I went to bed at 11, and you had the alarm clock set for 9:30.
For 9.
For 9,
Mm-hmm.
and it said I got 6 hours.
Okay.
And I wasn't up with the boys. It was just he was
He
screaming so loud.
You were awake. I
you
mean,
can't sleep. Yeah,
it's
you
just
can't
a
sleep through
hotel
it.
room.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
you know, I think Lana slept through it.
She did.
I mean,
she did.
God bless her. I think she slept through it.
Well, she also has a little iPad beside her with waves, and she turned the waves up.
It doesn't matter. I don't
Yeah.
know how you sleep through that.
Well.
But yeah, it was every time. So next time we're booked for sometime in maybe
Memorial
April.
Day?
No, it's April. We'll be there on my birthday. It's just like they do like a spring break type of thing. So we'll be there then, and
Fingers crossed. they
fingers
sleep.
crossed, as a gift from them to me for my birthday, I hope they both sleep through the night.
Well, so Natalie's 20 pounds lighter now? Is that what you said, 20 pounds?
Yeah, 19 and a half.
19 and a half pounds lighter. Things are getting back on track. We're working out. We're eating right. We're getting back on track. Shows are coming back. Things are going good. Illusion shows. That's 2 illusion shows we've had this month. Man, that feels good.
Yeah, it does.
On the other hand, we also have the television show. And the television show and the syndication company and all that. And sending the television show stuff and making sure it's got closed captioned. And, we're doing that stuff to save money. We could pay a company to do that, but we're making sure it gets closed captioned. We're paying a company to do the closed caption. We're sending it out. We're putting the episodes out. We're sending it to all the different places it's being put up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, too.
Yeah.
But also the syndication company is kind of acting like our new publicist. I mean, they are working hard. I mean, they got us on a television show. I don't know what kind of show it is. Is it a Facebook Live show? Is it a syndicated show? I don't know, but it's Suki and Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the people. I have to do my research. I want to do research before. But Scott is with ESPN, and Suki she's like somebody from the Lifetime channel or like one of the housewife women or something. I don't know. I feel bad. I don't know, but I don't know. But apparently, according to the syndication company, they have a huge following. They have a huge show. And it's a big deal to be on this, so it's awesome. Mm-hmm. And she's super excited, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
And that's going to be on March 2nd at 1:35 in the afternoon. But once it airs, you can rewatch it over and over through their Facebook group and things. But I'm going to be on an episode with one of the guys from Pink Floyd. So that's pretty daggone cool.
Yeah,
yeah. Just to be on the same panel as a guy from Pink Floyd. Usually I'm on a panel with the lady from ASPCA. And this is the dog of the week, for the local television spot.
Yeah.
But having somebody from Pink Floyd on the same time as me, that's pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
What else is going on? You don't know? It's getting to be springtime out here, so I'm getting outside and walking those trails and doing that stuff.
Yeah, the weather's been nice the past 2 days. I'm hoping it sticks.
We
I
had
don't want it to
so
go back to
many
being
trees
cold.
come down during that huge ice storm at the beginning of the month.
We should be good for firewood
Oh,
next year,
I have
right?
so much work to do. I need a month off just to chop up all that wood. We had a tree come across our path, and I said, well, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get in shape. I could have pulled the chainsaw out, but I took an axe out there, a handsaw, and I just started tearing it apart. And I'm like, this is stupid. This is so much more work. But you know what? I'm burning calories right now. I'm burning calories.
Yeah, well, you can't do that for every tree. You gotta cut it up in
No,
time
it
for
would
next
take
winter.
it would take me 80 years to cut up all the trees with a handsaw and a
That would be crazy.
yeah. So, but we got some big guests coming up on the podcast, some people I'm really looking forward to. I don't want to do any spoilers, but we got some cool stuff coming up. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, and thank you guys for all your merchandise orders, the t-shirts and the hats and stickers and the buttons and autographing posters for you guys. Thank you guys for those orders. WesIsley.com. Anything you guys want autographed or want Natalie to autograph or Lana to autograph, if they don't say, I try to get both of them to autograph a poster. If you just say you want it autographed, I try to get Natalie and Lana to autograph it. Mm-hmm. But thank you guys for those orders. That's at WesIsley.com. Another thing besides Massanutten coming back, we have a street festival I've been doing for 25 years now called Taste of the Mountains.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that Labor Day?
They just booked today, so the exact date is September 3rd.
Okay, so that's Labor
I'm
Day.
pretty sure that's Labor Day weekend.
That's a fun show because it seems like family. I mean, it's like a county fair in one day. So that's back. We have that Mardi Gras. Is it Mardi Gras Festival?
Yeah, that's this weekend.
It'll be past by the time this comes. No,
it won't.
No, it won't.
No. That's this weekend, the 26th of February. We'll be out there doing close-up magic because they're not doing indoor stuff. Because she's like, y'all drew a crowd of like 350 people at least at each of your shows, and they just aren't comfortable doing that yet indoors. So
That's funny.
You
draw too many people.
Yeah, I know. So we're doing close-up magic this time by the outside of the depot station, if you know where that is, if you're local and
Culpeper,
know where that
Virginia.
is in Culpeper, that's where we're gonna be.
But here's the thing, Culpeper has always been a big fan of mine.
Yeah.
They have always come out to
Yeah.
support me. Culpeper,
Yep.
Virginia. When I did the State Theater, it sold out every single year.
Yeah.
And then that one year they did 2 shows in one day.
Yeah.
Both of them sold out.
Yeah.
And then the poor State Theater went out of business.
Yeah.
But
Not
yeah.
because of us.
Wasn't us. It wasn't us. It was bad bookkeeping though, because the following year they said, "You barely sold the place." Hello, I have video. I
We
can
sold
show
out.
you what you paid us.
We have the receipt that
Yeah.
you guys gave us.
So there was
yeah.
double books being held there, which is awful.
That's sad.
That person got over on them, but now it's a bistro and a
Something else.
trampoline park. Where that beautiful theater.
It's a trampoline park?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I
was
think
like,
it was
really?
rock climbing or something in there at one
Oh.
point. Something.
Yeah.
But things are coming back.
That's
Things
right.
are looking good. We're looking good. My wife is looking good. Her face is all thin. She's got her rings on now.
I do. My wedding ring's fitting in. I had to take them off during pregnancy, which I did with Lana too, but I was able to get them back on quicker than I did with these boys. But yeah, I had to take them off around like 7 months pregnant with them. Just all the swelling and everything, and
at 16 months after.
yeah, right. I still couldn't wear them. I couldn't fit them on my fingers, and I'm so glad. I'm so happy that they're on, and I can twist them around. That's cool. So it makes me smile.
And you don't have to
I'm
lick
so
your finger to
happy.
get them off.
Nope.
Yeah, that's good.
Good to go.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
I'm
things are
happy.
good. Things are good. Things are back on track.
Yep. And
Things are-
everything.
Things are looking good. The shows are coming back. Things are doing good. We're repeating ourselves, but what else you want to talk about? Anything else?
I think that
You
covers
said
it.
you said we had enough talking points, but I feel like we're repeating ourselves now.
Yeah, I think you're good. I think we covered it all.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, we just wanted to put out something this week. Natalie and I, we're so happy about our weight loss journey, and The phone ringing. I am so happy about the phone ringing and shows coming back. We got some big things coming up. Big things in the work. Television show. I had a meeting with the syndication company today. They got some big plans coming up. And I have to teach Natalie about non-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
NFTs. They have an NFT for us in the works. Possibly. Fingers crossed. Maybe.
Cool.
I don't know. Fingers crossed. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
we'll find out.
they have a whole department working for us and helping us out. And that's something we didn't have at Jewel TV.
No.
We didn't have a team behind Jewel TV. And we do that. We do now. So, yeah. God bless them. God bless them. Anyway, let's do the plugs. Are we all done? That's it?
I think so.
On March 5th from 5:30 to 7:30, I'll be performing close-up magic at your table while you enjoy an amazing multi-course meal. This will be taking place at Lafayette Inn in Standardsville, Virginia. And this event sells out every single year. So make your reservations today by visiting thelafayetteinn.com. Feel free to call the number. Talk to the owner, Alan. He'll take care of you. It might be sold out now. So if you're thinking about getting in there, he hasn't told me 100%. So I think they still have some places open, but it does sell out every year. So make sure you get in there. thelafayetteinn.com. And our television show, Wes Iseli's Magiclife, like I said, has been picked up by Golden Media Syndication and is now being syndicated across the country. So check your local listings. If you still can't find us, one of the syndications that we have is a network called Nudu, and Nudu is the television station out of Houston. They put their show up on Roku as just a live stream. So a lot of people want to go to Roku and just stream my video like on demand. You can't do that. You have to do the television channels.
You have to
Station
find out
time.
what time it's going to be on. Yeah.
So when I put up on
area.
social media a couple weeks ago that it's on at 5 p.m. on Monday.
Right.
Couple of my friends were like, we couldn't find you, but
Yeah.
that was Houston time. I was just putting it up.
Because that's what you saw on the Houston guide.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Exactly.
But anyway, check it out. So if you go to Roku.com, search Nudu, and then, I don't know, stick around. Look for Wes Iseli's Magiclife, and you'll get to see us there. Yeah. Also, check out our merch on wesisley.com. That's logo t-shirts, my TV podcast t-shirts, Magic Man hats, stickers, playing cards, and more. See you next week. Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.